Hey, this is HighZealot here, and welcome to Kankul's Winter 2015 E3. And I actually had to re-record this a bunch of times because I keep saying fall. Fall. What is with me and fall? But it's E3. We're back to Combined Flight. Look at our basic setups. You know, it's E3. E3 is a pretty. As you can probably tell by the length of this video that E3 was a pretty simple map. Destroyers, double attack, no cut-ins, no clutch cut-ins required. Hard mode, as always. Well, I mean, what's the point of stockpiling all these resources if I'm not going to do hard mode? You can see there's a bit of sparkling from like leftovers or like MVPs from leftovers past sorties, and Combined Fleet, Surface Combined Fleet, as you can probably tell. All boss here. Well, when we get to her, I'll probably talk about it here, but the route, no. Route's going to go south or north, doesn't really matter. I mean, the main thing is, you know, if you're doing this, you're gonna want, well, pretty much. I don't think outside of midway, most people have. Well, usually most people have used a surface combined fleet for pretty much every. Like when was it? I mean, I think I personally used the other option in the last event, though I think most people didn't. So yeah, I'm wondering if the devs will ever, you know, bring back those peer carrier nodes where, you know, you just throw planes at each other and call it a day. Which I'm still surprised that some people had trouble with those nodes when really all you had to do was put enough air superiority and call it a day. And you know, with fleet facility, it makes it even easier. You don't have to worry about, you know, nothing. You know, 46cm cannons. I mean, there, you know, she hit. I mean, and you know, E3 was simple, easy enough. I guess the enemies, you know, they weren't, you know, I got lucky, but you know, for Combined Fleet, you know, it does appear. I think most people would agree that the Combined Fleet has a lot of accuracy problems. So, and E3 specifically, I don't think you actually need to go for the firepower cap, but you know, here, you know, it worked out. Everything works out fine for me. But I would say, you know, if you have some prototype cannons or the other special cannons that you know, give a bit of accuracy, go for those. Every bit of accuracy would probably help a bit. But you know, I think, you know, we're doing fine so far. And yeah, first node, no problemo. Of course, it takes a while for us to actually sink that last flagship, or the flagship. Took a while. So E3, the route I'm taking, well, for this first one, it's going to south route. There is a bit of a hiccup you'll probably see in the pre-boss node. You know, but with Combined Fleet, it's not too big of an issue, but you'll see when we get there. You're also gonna see what node E is like very soon. I'm pretty sure most people already know it's a Maelstrom node. So here, unlike E2 where I did my best to afford the Maelstrom node, this time I decided to just take it to the face and, you know, have a good actual fleet setup with the resources, with the girls I have. And you know, bosses, the battleship team, as always. You know, this girl, this abyssal, never stays dead. Always comes back. No matter what event. I can already picture the next event. But yeah, you know, they're in a double line formation with this formation. Not 100% sure if they have other formations. They probably do, but for the most part, you know, you are gonna want the fleet command facility though, because we know how powerful the battleship team is. She can one-shot anyone with enough unluckiness or luck or whatever. Like, you know, if you want to maximize your chances, you're gonna want that fleet command. If you don't have it, you're probably gonna. I mean, you're gonna need it eventually. If you don't have it, you're gonna need it eventually anyways. So you might as well start working on it now. I guess you could probably finish E3 first, and maybe E4 if you had the resource. But E5, well, E5, you know, it's useful for getting their ships, but for the final kill, well, even for the final kill, You know, it's all a matter of luck. You know, not having anyone escorted back, you know, can make it's a, you know, big deal breaker. But with enough luck, you know, ultimately, for E5, I would say you want to have as many chances as possible, and not just one slightly higher percent chance. E3 itself, there's not really much to talk about. It's a fairly simple map. You know, you're gonna have your surface fleet, you know, with your bunch of destroyers. I think this is a specific setup with this one. You know, 2 fast battleships, 2 CAVs, 2 light carriers, and I'm not sure why we're still on this screen. It's also the 4. That's why. Of course. The 4 destroyers, 1 heavy cruiser, and you know, the required light cruiser. Sendai is still my personal favorite light cruiser to bring along if I ever have a choice. And I'm trying to look at the wiki, see if I can actually see if fairly sure, but yes, there it is. Or there it's it's supposedly a guaranteed CEHKN. No, it is. I think. Yeah, you have the Maelstrom node, but you get 3 battles total, including the boss. H node. Well, H node. Yeah, H node is the only real threat of the fleet command facility. What threat is that? No threat at all, if you ask me. And here we have the boss. And you know, the boss theme here is the first part of the anime OP, which copyright reasons I'm not playing. So for some reason instead, which is personally, when I first heard it, you know, already with the, you know, instant favorite theme for an event. I just really like this theme they use. The boss itself, well, it's the light cruiser demon damage for hard mode, already damaged, that is, I believe. You know, she can be a bit of a pain, you know, I mean, she's not that big of a threat. It's really, you know, if you get her alone and you don't have like all of your ships in red on the second plate, you know, just destroy her in a battle, no problem. You also, like, carriers, I also believe in, yeah, are enough to actually get superiority for now. Not sure for the final kill, is there any difference? Not sure about it, but another thing to note is that, as you can tell by the damage I'm doing and how health portion in hard mode, you only need 4 kills total to beat the boss. So yeah, another reason why, you know, I mean, if you're doing all hard mode and you know you have all the resources, E3, yes, E3 is one of the easiest maps. E1, same. E1's just easy in itself. I mean, if you're doing it hard, you probably have a bunch of range submarines. You don't even need all. I've talked about it in the new E1 video, so I won't go more into details about. But yeah, E3, I'm sure you can already tell it's going to be one of the easiest maps of this event. I mean, it's the simple fact that you have to. It's the combined fleet command facility. You're either gonna have to make it insanely hard, i.e. E5, or I mean, what else can you do really? You gotta save that super hard bat for the last map. You know, Bismarck. Bismarck is grown to be probably one of my favorite my favorite fast battleship. I mean, you know, she's cute for one thing, but she's also a great battleship in it herself. Fast battleship, and with her torpedo makes her great for also one of the few battleships that can hit like a truck in night battle against a tough boss, that is. So you can see here, you know, no problem here. I mean, even with their, I mean, really, you have to kill the boss 4 times. I mean, so, you know, 4 times. 4 times is not hard. Mainly because of the fact that out of 4, let's say you have to retreat twice. That's still single digits, quite simply. I mean, yeah, you know, pre-boss node, you could potentially free boss node, you know, can be really unlucky at times, but it does actually feel like that. You know, the battleship team, you know, actually keeps reappearing. You know, it starts being less scary. I mean, you know, same threat, the same feel of despair that we felt the first time she appeared twice in a she pretty much appeared twice in a row. But now that she's pretty much in every single event, always cock block in the final boss. No, she just doesn't inspire that fear in me anymore. No longer. You know, Heavy Cruiser is doing some work there. Yeah, boss, simple enough. I guess I can start talking about other, you know, things that I talked about in the wiki. I mean, you know, one actual suggestion is to bring Akisamaru, which she's always been she's been a compass rig and used in previous events anyway, so she was suggested. I can see it working. I could see it working. So yeah, it seems fine. Maybe I can find a special one that seems bad. Yeah, these formations, seem all reasonable. Unfortunately, no one I can insult and call their suggestions shit. Event rewards, well, I may as well talk about them now. You know, on hard, you know, or any difficulty, you get U511. You know, cute sub. She remodels her second remodel you can call it, is into row 500, which I guess you know she was if it was a completely different submarine, you know, probably get a lot less flack and a lot less arguments. And, you know, the fact that I just don't like the idea of having you suddenly have just such a drastic change. Even if the change, you know, makes her, even if it changes from cute to cute. I mean, preferably you want to have both. That's what I would prefer. So that's the biggest reason why I guess if I would choose. I mean, I'm personally gonna keep her as you, but you know, her stock equipment's really. You know, the prototype fast type 95 oxygen torpedo Kai. Now it's something, you know, I just wanna have. Even if it's a submarine only torpedo. You know, just want torpedoes for my submarines. Yeah, now that I do have Taiji, I finished that those submarine quests, so that's good, so I got those on my wife. Other rewards. All levels get a medal. Hard gets 2 medals. Medium, you get improvement material 2 for medium, 4 for hard. Medium hard also gets the I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. It's the WG-42. It's, well, from what it appears to be, it's just some sort of shoot rockets, perhaps. It's specified as an anti-ground artillery, so most people are speculating that it's gonna be, you know, how like the Type 3 shells. Or, you know, great against like installation tape or like airfields, as I usually say, is also, you know, great. So you know, some seems like the Type 3 equivalent for like a destroyer or a light cruiser, and pretty much those. You know, apparently according to the wiki, torpedo cruisers can equip them. Unfortunately, though, you know, it doesn't really. You know, I guess you have better options. Still, it would be nice if torpedo cruisers would equip them. So I mean, mainly for the so you can also bring along that initial torpedo attack. Apparently, also disables artillery spotting for the ship firing installation to exchange the. That's interesting. Apparently, attack animation becomes like against a submarine. That is really interesting, actually. Here, Sortie 4, we have to actually escort Chikuma back. The biggest thing I dislike about, the biggest, you know, escorting, as you know, causes really big loss in morale. when you can see Mechanical Fever that your moral drops to 22, and then when you actually go back to port, it just goes down to like what 0 or maybe just 9, I think. I don't know. See 0 9, you know, bring it. Brought some support because it's the final kill, but you can yeah, you got those Super Wars. Yeah, there's superiority. You know, kind of tough. Possible though. I mean, I think I would recall, according to my math, if Chukwuma was not escorted back, I would have just barely had air superiority. You know, which was, you know, sometimes you have to decide for yourself: is it worth to attempt to kill the boss, or is it better to, you know, go back and keep up, save that morale, and just go for another attempt ASAP? You know. And you know, some specifically, some girls that are pretty much, they go red, you may as well just go back because they're you know, your usual clutch killers like Kami and Orb and, you know, other ones. Destroyers, well, you know, I mean, they're, you know, I would say those two are the biggest ones that I would just retreat on sight. Anyone else? I'll probably escort them back because, you know, they can clutch sometimes, but for, you know, they can also not clutch at all. They can cut in for double digits. So yeah, the boss is, you probably know the outcome because it's actually fairly obvious based on how I do these videos. Yeah, the boss is probably not going to die. I wonder why. Also, Sendai gets hit. Tough life. He did, you know, but you know, night battle, you know, he loves it. He loves night battle. You know, just know it's not to say there was no chance of me killing the boss. I mean, Haguro with a, you know, lucky double attack probably could have, and you know, and if pretty much if Haguro attacked the boss, then the boss would be dead, probably. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So, you know, gotta go through one more sortie, but 5 sorties? That's pretty good if you ask me. I mean, let's go look at E1. How many sorties did that take? Well, I have to actually go check, so I'll get back to you in a moment. You'll see, E1. You see, this looks like a lot more than 5 sorties. In fact, I think it's actually 9 sorties. Not double, but no, almost double. Granted, you know, you do end up using more resources mainly because of the fact that, you know, you bring it around, and also on lower difficulties, yeah, you're probably gonna take more sorties for E3 than E1, mainly because it takes more kills. Well, easy apparently takes 4 or 5 kills. Medium takes 7. I'm not sure how much to trust this wiki though, so let's ignore that. So, you know, once more into the fray, killing some abyssal scum. You know, I would just say, fucking feeling sympathy for these abyssal girls. I mean, on one side, you know, they're the ones who keep fighting me and, you know, giving me despair and suffering. On the other side, they've been fighting this war and they have pretty much not killed a single one of my girls. In fact, they haven't even used up a single of my repair teams either. They have shot down you know, who knows how many ferry pilots though. And, you know, it kind of makes this. I mean, I guess I can understand why some people would feel sympathy for them. But you know, it's up for me. You know, my first thought was, why would I feel sympathy for them? They're trying to kill me, and they make me suffer by forcing me back at every turn. But then, you know, when I start feeling in their shoes, look at this human fleet. They just keep coming at us, and we can't kill them. They just won't die. And, you know, we keep dying. And, you know, we don't know. You know, there's not much. We don't know much about Abyssal at this point to really say much about it. Mainly if the battleship units you keep seeing, are they all the same one? Well, initially I thought, you know, initially I thought she just keeps coming back. But then when she cock-blocked herself, I was like, there's 2 of them. Maybe they're not the same. So, you know, maybe we're killing them permanently. Maybe they are dying permanently. Maybe they're not just coming back, and maybe I should feel more sympathy for them. I mean, we are fighting in war, and you generally, you know, sympathy for the enemy. You know, it's a game, so you know it's not like I'm gonna be right in 3Ds or anything like that. So it's more of a sort of the universe trying to, you know, there's so many different portrayals. Like this kind of, it's pretty much like the whole now. I mean, you know, anime or like anime, if they try to establish a canon, you know, I'll be comfortable with just throwing that canon out the window. I mean, Toho, you know, usually I like to, you know, I like to follow, you know, certain canon. Like more like, you know, personally, I think I'm more of a follower of the actual Toho canon than most people. Most, you know, like, I mean, not really actually, but you know, I am more obsessed about certain parts of the canon than other people. I mean, think about it. Now, yes, it states that Momiji and Aya pretty much hate each other, and you know, I personally dislike it when, I'm personally annoyed when, you know, it's stated otherwise. I mean, so why am I annoyed? Mainly because I'm an asshole, I guess. I mean, what other reason is there? I mean, really, there's no reason why we need to, but yeah, it's got that kind of stuff, you know, just being obsessive about small details. You know, that's what I've just realized. I tend to be obsessive about certain details, and not other ones. And you know, that's generally I guess a bad character trait. Not sure what I would call it though. Probably just word for it. Yeah, I'm rambling on again because, you know, it's E3. I've talked about all I can. What more am I supposed to say other than bring a tough lead, put big guns. I mean, look, 46 enemy cannons. I didn't even have to bring those prototype guns with extra accuracy because these big guns punch holes already, despite combined fleet shitty accuracy. I mean, what do you want me to say? You want to put bigger guns? Well, you know, I mean, yeah, for the final kill I put Junyo because, you know, that little bit of air superiority helps, and you know, he makes slightly more air superiority. And fast, but I can't say put 51 semi cannon, even though that's bigger because it's not, you know, it's fast battleships. But yeah, as I said, you know, with none of our aircraft carrying ships gets sent back. Like, sometimes they ship, sometimes they girl. Some people are annoyed when people say ship, but I don't care. You know, the air superiority gets green tea, so theoretically this could do a lot of damage, or vice versa. But yeah, that did a lot of damage there. And at the same time, green tea could be a boon as well. Like, you know, the theory of overkill, but sync protection ultimately turns your damage into only orange instead of red. So, you know, maybe, potentially. I think, you know, it's starting to feel that theory may just actually be correct. In fact, it's probably already been confirmed, but I'm too lazy to actually find the proof. Yeah, these walls, yeah, they tend to have a potential blue hurt, no matter how many shoot down. These more cut-ins, you know, AP round, you know, I think one of the things I did actually do is, you know, like often, like, seems to be something I actually, for some reason, try to do this event when I never really cared about in the previous events, and try to actually get to 151 firepower, because that's the hard cap with before modifications. Though I'm fairly sure, you know, it's only after the also like the percentage modifications that, you know, there actually is a hard cap. So you can have over 151 firepower, but you know, after, you know, let's say a red T, you know, you can still, if you have like 200 firepower and then there's a red T, probably, I'm not sure if the map checks out, but you can probably, you know, instead of 151 times red T, it'll be 200 times red T, I think. But yeah, you know, only the woes left. You know, Sendai, you know, did do a significant amount of damage there, over half her HP, and then Haguro, well, boss is pretty much dead by this point anyways, but you know, it's all about who gets the kill, right? And yeah, she gets it, barely. And the woe is potentially dead, probably dead, dead. Some say the boss is a mix of Naka and Agano, maybe, but yeah, they say, you know, she does resemble Naka. Well, her normal form. I guess I never really did notice because, you know, I only seen her damaged form, but she doesn't, you know, I don't really see it. But yeah, I guess. More curious about what sort of US ship she could represent instead. Because I mean, you know, there was the Yorktown from previous event. Though I think recently the devs have gone, you know, there's more evidence. I mean, you know, I've talked about this, and let's listen to her.
ドイツ海軍所属潜水艦 U511 です。U とお呼びください。少し遠出してきました。よろしくお願いいたします。
Yeah, I was saying before, you know, I think I'm going to avoid that topic because, you know, I think it's probably safe to say that abyssals probably are sunk girls, and they're probably representative of the user allies at the same time. Probably. I mean, you know, you look at the previous event, Henderson, the airfield, that's clearly, you know, there's only one choice there, so, you know, probably both are probably correct. And, you know, you can see here, resources used, yeah, it's not really a lot. Not a lot at all. In fact, I would say medium probably. You probably use more resources in medium, mainly because it's more sorties. But yeah, E3, second or easy. You know, I'll just say it's tied with E1 for easiest map of this event. Not much to say at all. You know, things get harder in the next two maps. See you guys then, and good night.